Akhirnya setelah menunggu cukup lama dan setelah kita menyaksikan sebuah serial spin-off yang berjudul Gen V, kita akan segera mendapatkan kelanjutan dari The Boys. Season ketiga The Boys penuh dengan aksi, ketegangan, dan momen yang mengejutkan, di mana mereka akhirnya kembali bersatu untuk melawan Vought dan Homelander yang makin kuat. Season ini menambah keseruannya setelah memunculkan karakter baru yaitu Soldier Boy, yaitu seorang superhero legendaris yang kejam dan berusaha untuk direkrut oleh The Boys untuk mengalahkan Homelander. Starlight berjuang untuk menemukan tempatnya di Seven dan Vought, lalu kemudian cerita mencapai klimaks dalam pertempuran epik yang melibatkan The Boys dan Homelander. Endingnya berakhir dengan menggantung, dan akhirnya kita mendapatkan kesempatan untuk bisa ngobrol langsung dengan para cast dari The Boys Season 4 termasuk writersnya yaitu Eric Kripke bersama dengan Ashley Barrett, karakter yang rutin muncul dalam setiap season The Boys dan bahkan juga sempat muncul dalam serial Gen V, serta dua karakter baru yang akan tampil di season baru ini yang juga sudah dimunculkan di trailer yaitu Sister Sage dan juga Firecracker. Obrolan ini tidak berisi spoiler dari season 4, jadi tentu saja aman untuk kalian ikuti.
My name is Eka. I'm from Indonesia and I run a YouTube channel. Hi everyone.
Hi, how are you?
It's great to chat with the mastermind behind The Boys.
Thank you. It's nice seeing you.
The show is always packed with action and unexpected twists. I would like to ask Susan and Valorie, your character is a newcomer in this season. What do you find most appealing about your character?
I mean, as an actor, I was most excited about the freedom. She's such a huge personality, and she can really perform and turn on a dime. So I got to go in a lot of different directions that I've never gone before, and further, I think, than I've ever gone before on camera. So that was really fun.
I think I was excited to find something that hadn't been seen in the series before. Something that would be kind of unexpected, would be even almost anti the values that The Boys has set up, anti-Vought almost, and how she can be subversive.
What can you tell us about the storyline for The Boys Season 4 and what can fans expect to see in The Boys Season 4?
They can expect to see everything they love about the show, only more of it. So bloodier, more intense, more exploding body parts, more heart, more emotion. It's all more. It takes place during an election season where, we now have a superhero just a heartbeat away from the U.S. presidency, which is pretty scary. And the boys have to work overtime to try to save the world. And it gets as shocking and outrageous as you might expect.
You'll no longer be beloved celebrities.
And for Colby, what is one thing you love the most about the season 4 of The Boys that you can tell us about?
I can tell you about.
Yes.
When I work on The Boys, my favorite thing is to have costume fittings with our costume designer, Michael Ground. We have such a great creative relationship, and he's really helped me build this character in a very specific way. And her clothing is really crazy and very fun, and that says a lot. We're telling a story with her costumes, and that's my favorite thing about shooting The Boys, is getting to have fittings with Michael Ground, for sure.
And what were the biggest challenges in writing this season?
I would say it's the same challenge we have every season, which is we never try to go bigger with the show. We always try to dig deeper into the characters and really let that be our guide. But, every season you have to get into the next sub-basement down of who they are and what makes them tick. And so every year it gets a little harder because you're reaching more and more the core of those characters. So that was the challenge. But I think, we really came up with some good stuff and really got into what makes each of these characters tick. And there's a lot of them. There's 12 of them. And so really digging into all of them is challenging. But I think I hope we pulled it off.
This is insane and desperate, even for you.
Well, insanely desperate's where we are, don't you think, love?
How would you describe your character in The Boys in 3 words for Susan, Valorie, and Colby? Susan as Sister Sage, Valorie as Firecracker, and Colby.
That's hard.
Yeah.
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 Sly
Yeah.
and sardonic. Just like sardonic.
All right.
I would
Awesome.
say, I'm gonna say loud,
Yeah.
shameless, and intuitive.
I would say a phrase, shit flows down. Is what
There is one thing that I want to know for sure. Based on the trailer, it looks like a character from the series Gen V, especially Sam Riordan and Kate Dunlap, will be appearing in The Boys season 4. How significant is Gen V in setting up this new season of The Boys?
They do show up. It's in the trailer. We try to walk that line very carefully where if you watch both shows, it'll deepen your experience, but you don't have to watch both shows to enjoy them. We don't want to do the thing where like you have to watch all this homework to get it. So it's like, we hope you watch Gen V. It'll make certain things in The Boys, you'll understand the backstory of how some of those things came to be. Like Kate and Sam, for example, or why Butcher has found a virus and that might be able to kill Soups and where that virus came from. You would understand all that by watching Gen V, but we take pains in The Boys to say, well, where did that virus come from? And someone else says, well, it came from Godolphin University. And, so that way we put the backstory right in there so the audience doesn't have to, but we hope they do.
Like Caesar.
Are there any funny or unexpected behind the scene moments you'd like to share with us?
I mean, filming the show is a total blast. Like, we have a ton of fun. There's hopefully a long blooper reel this year because we we have a lot of fun. There was one scene where I got caught. I had to kneel down and get something. And my dress got caught on my heel and I couldn't get up, and so I just crawled out of the room. That's a fun behind the scenes thing that happened. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, Colby does stunts with her wardrobe. She wasn't just crawling out of the room, she was crawling out of the room before the doors closed on her. It was dangerous, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Okay. What about you, Susan?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I'm kind of blanking right now, to be honest. I think I'm always surprised by the conversations that are happening in like direct opposition to the scenes. We're always talking about kind of the most random, either world events or what's going on in our personal lives. And then we dive into this world where it's completely, the stakes are so high and the psychology is so dark. So I think the contrast.
Who wants their balls crushed?
One more question. Tell us about the new character in this season. How do these new characters influence the existing dynamic within the Boys universe?
Well, there's several new characters, but the two new superheroes are Sage, who is the world's smartest person, and that came from played by Susan Heyward, and she's brilliant, and that came from a notion of one of Homelander's weaknesses is he's generally surrounded by idiots, and he'd be a lot more dangerous if he was surrounded by the smartest person in the world. And so it was just about giving Homelander even that much more power and ability. And then Firecracker comes from, sort of this satire of, as every year goes on and politics seem to get crazier and crazier, there's always someone willing to step up and be that much crazier. Like we have a potential vice presidential candidate in the United States who's bragging that when she was young, she would shoot puppies.
Yes.
So that gives you a great example of the type of character Firecracker is.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Eric. It's been great hearing all the exciting behind the scenes stories about creating The Boys Season 4. Thank you so much for your time. I just watched The Boys Season 4 for 3 episodes, and I love the show so much. So I hope you are enjoy your success for The Boys Season 4. And thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope to chat with you again soon.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
me too. Me too. Thank you very much.
Yang menarik dari sesi wawancara ini adalah ketika Eric menegaskan bahwa The Boys Season keempat tidak berusaha untuk menjadi lebih besar daripada proyek-proyek yang lainnya. Namun The Boys Season keempat justru akan jauh lebih berdarah-darah, jauh lebih memiliki hati, dan bahkan konflik politiknya akan sangat kuat. Apalagi terjadi di era Pilpres. Sementara kita juga akan dibuat excited dengan penampilan terbaru dari karakter baru yang akan muncul di season baru ini, yaitu Sister Sage dan juga Firecracker. The Boys Season 4 sudah bisa kalian streaming pada tanggal 13 Juni nanti, di mana di hari tersebut 3 episode awal sudah bisa langsung kalian saksikan. Kemudian akan dilanjutkan 1 episode setiap minggunya. Jadi apakah kalian makin excited untuk menunggu The Boys Season keempat ini? Silahkan tuliskan pendapat kalian di kolom komentar di bawah ya, Universe. Terima kasih buat kalian yang sudah menonton. Terima kasih juga atas membershipnya. Terima kasih atas super thanks-nya. Terima kasih atas soirianya. It's time for me to sign out. My name is Eka. Stay safe and until next time.